Great to be here in Bubwith to give Andy Williams a commendation on behalf of the Commissioner for his great work to improve road safety here in the village and across the county. Andy leads the local community speedwatch group here in Bubwith, and also crucially he's been a big help to our office and a big help to the work I've been doing about developing and expanding also speedwatch as a scheme across our police force area to make our communities safer. Andy's work has made the roads here in Bubwith safer, and we thank him very much for doing that.
So Andy, many congratulations. How does it feel to receive this commendation?
I'm amazed. I really am amazed. That it's something that I felt really truly believed in, as the speeding problems in the village. And I was only too happy to volunteer in 2017 to take on this commitment. And then latterly in 2019, the management of the community speedwatch here in Bubwith. It's the team. It's the team that support me. You know, I'm at the figurehead that takes some of the glory, but fundamentally, if I'm not supported by the 11 volunteers that I have, then I wouldn't be standing here talking to you now.
Why did you volunteer in the first place? What sort of motivated you to do it? And then obviously over the last nearly a decade, keep on going.
I was sitting next to my wife. She put my hand up. Seriously, it was a problem that I was aware of walking up and down this particular part of the village. It was obvious to me the high volume of lorries, the speeding vehicles, and as you get into the old part of the village down towards the shops, the road's very narrow, you know, and you can really feel the impression of speed and the draft as big lorries go through. And I just felt that something had to be done. The parish council did their best in getting 7-day surveys, which only confirmed really what we knew. And when I contacted East Riding, the belief was from the East Riding Council that it was a perception, not an actual speeding problem. And I thought, let's just check this out. So we bought ourselves a speed gun, the one that we're using now, very similar speed gun. Which is not for enforcement, it's for training purposes, or educational purposes. And we targeted certain areas. This was one of them here at the entrance to the village. We had other places around, and we built up a library of vehicles, vans, cars, lorries and speeds, and showed conclusively that on this part of the village there was a speeding problem, that the average speed was not. They thought around about 30 miles an hour, but it was well over 40. And that just shows you that some vehicles are doing well over 50. It's not until, if you look up the street of this part of the road, they come in from a 40, they haven't seen the 30, and they just hold the speed. And of course, it's not until they get close to the shops that they really start to slow down. And so the speeding problem was a concern to us all. And I just felt I needed something to do, and so I took on the responsibility of doing what we're doing now.
Do you feel you've made a real difference?
I do, yes, I do, and the statistics prove it too, that the volume of speeding vehicles has reduced, but of course you will always get the cowboy coming through at time and doing ridiculous speeds. But when we're here, the speeds do get reduced. But when I look back over the statistical data that we've gathered, you can see that this time last year, the average speed was probably about half a mile an hour, 1 mile an hour higher than it is now. So overall, you know, the speed is coming down.
And you mentioned earlier your team around you.
Yes.
How important are they?
Oh, they're so important, because we're coming out to do community speedwatch normally once a week minimum, sometimes twice a week. And if I haven't got the volunteers, because we need 3 of us at the roadside, 1 to manage the vehicle registrations, 1 to count the vehicles, and 1 to write everything down. And then that's all compiled and sent onto the Community Speedwatch online system, where it ends up with the police, and then they send out the letters, educational letters. Remember, it's an educational system, so they get an educational letter, but the 3rd letter for a repeat offender is hand delivered by a traffic cop in a police car. You know, and if that doesn't make you wake up, then I don't know what will. And today, this National Day of Action, Community Speedwatch communities, we have had our local neighbourhood police officer here and he was in his car, and indeed 2 vehicles he chased down the road that were speeding. No enforcement, but education when you pull them over. You were speeding on this road, and basically warn them against, or advise them against managing their speed in future.
And of course, it's an ongoing process.
Yes, it is. It's an ongoing process, yes. And until such time you get a speed camera here and it gets enforced, then we will always need somebody like me and my team coming out here once a week to help the police. And we are very much hand in glove with the police. We do the work at the roadside, they do all the processing and the management of the letters to the registered keeper. And it is the registered keeper of that vehicle that we report gets a letter.